What's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we are back with Location 2 of the Ninjago Movie Videogame. That's right, we've got Ninjago Beach Story here for you, which is going to entail chapters 4 and 5. It's going to give us a couple of trophy achievements, as well as a couple of collectibles. Now, here we are picking up right where we left off. And, you know, there are some gates and some things that you might want to pay attention to in between the locations. However, we are going to actually make our way from location 1 to location 2. Now, it doesn't matter which character you choose. And over to the side here, you can see this is one of the return to mission areas. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you even activate that. Dougie said something about having to use these gates here. So maybe this is actually where you enter. Again, I'm still kind of an Ninjago noob as far as this game goes. I'm learning as I go, and yeah, it looks like we are maybe a brick short. It shows we got 4 out of 10, so maybe we're 6 bricks short. And over on the right here, we got some detection stuff going on here, and if you remember, we actually unlocked an ancient scroll, which appears to be the red bricks of this game, and it seems like we have a new ability called detection, but I'm not sure how we activate that or what's going on. However, we do have a little bit of work to put in before we can make it from location 1 to location 2. So yeah, we get this nice cinematic camera pan here, and did I say cinematic? I don't know what that is, but I meant cinematic. if I messed that up, I'm just kind of having a relapse there. But basically what we want to do is we want to jump up this wall on the right hand side and make our way all the way up to the top and push this box down, which will give us a couple of bricks to build up, and we'll have to see what they build into. Now, a little update for you. I think you probably got this info at the end of our last location-based video, but up top, we've got the 2 meters right in the middle, and one of them has some numbers next to it. That's actually your current ninja level. And basically, each time you level that up or add some studs into your pile, it actually is going to increase that upper bar too. You can see it's like a kind of a traditional stud meter. However, it's not, it doesn't function traditionally. It looks kind of like it used to, but it's very different in the sense that we need to keep on keeping on and pile that all the way up to level 20, which I'm not sure how many studs that is quite yet, but it's a lot. And look at that. We've officially rang a bell here and opened up the school, and now the teacher is back to teaching. Look at that. That's actually the character creator. So I know I mentioned that in the last video too. I wasn't sure how to do that yet. Well, we now know how to create a character, and I would imagine there's probably a trophy achievement for creating your very own custom Ninjago character, but we're going to come back and do that at a later date. We'll probably do that in our cleanup after we get through with all of our collectibles. Now, once the gate has opened, we're actually going to get the ability to travel, and this was kind of redundant here. As you can see, we have to choose Ninjago City Beach, and it's like, are you sure you want to go there? Well, yeah, of course we're sure. And all of a sudden it loads up this kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a map in a sense. It's like a virtual map. And all of a sudden we've got this whole new area, which is great, right? Except for now we have to choose it to travel there again. So this is basically how our collectibles are going to be scoured. We're going to go to each of these areas and enter them and go and get all of the collectibles within inside. You can see there was quite a few for this one. Oh no, I'm talking about the beach just one day after Garmadon attacks. You might want to question your life choices. What he's up to.
Vicinity, plus civilians, and 2 ninjas.
That'll be us, Zane.
So my analysis is correct.
Doesn't Garmadon have other cities he could attack?
I'm scared. We're getting exercise.
It's Garmadon again!
Yeah.
Ooh, burn! Nia got him. That's right. Well, as it turns out, having a computer on board doesn't mean that you're always correct. I guess he wasn't really wrong either. He was just detecting himself and not really recognizing that. All right, hey, we've got a whole bunch of opportunities to build our combo up here, and you might have noticed that one of the trophy achievements labeled on the main intro screen there was called Master of Triple Digits. Triple digits. That's right. I was trying to do some of those really cool, like over-the-top advertisements. They actually do a handful of those in the movie, not to spoil it for you, but it's pretty awesome. And yeah, so we actually get our combo all the way up to 100 plus. However, we don't do it until we actually arrive on the beach, which we're working our way towards right now. This is pretty cool. We're familiar with the sharpshooting. We've seen this in all sorts of Lego games past, like The Hobbit, Lego Dimensions. We've seen it in almost every game, actually. There is some sort of character that has a projectile, whether it's a slingshot, an arrow, it doesn't matter what it is. We've seen it, and it's nice to see it be introduced here and utilize that in order to progress. Now, we have actually shot that target, and now we've opened up this kind of a little convenience store, which has a couple of ninja walls we can scale up. And I was coming a little too close for comfort here, and as it turns out, I am going the wrong way. So we'll go ahead and follow our GPS waypoint marker there, and look at that, we've got another one of those glowing targets up top. So using Zane, go ahead and target that again. And look at that, we've got some buildable bricks. We go ahead and build them up, and what have we got here? We've got some sort of, oh, that's cool. It's a robot that's, oh, it's a billboard, and it's fixing itself, I guess? That's kind of interesting. But, hey, the future is promising. We're actually going to jump across, as you can see by the arrows here. There's some comment about balance, if I remember correctly, too, thrown in there. This is pretty appropriate. But once we get across, we actually see that there's this giant emoji and, well, some sort of a Dr. Robotnik-like bad guy down below. So we do a quick scan here, and I'm not even sure how I think the scan just happens. I don't really think that you do anything. I felt like I pressed to the right, but then I pressed left, and then it should have failed, but it didn't. But it eventually reveals that target up top, and we can go ahead and make that Emoji Karai. Look at that. Wah. And, ooh, we're going to drop it like it's hot, because it was, and it exploded down below us. As per usual, we're going to go ahead and keep on keeping on, following that arrow there. Now, there is a little detour coming up here. We've got a couple of handhelds we can climb up onto, and over to the far right side, we've got us some gold. And you know how much we love us some gold, but we're going to save that for when we come back and get all the collectibles, because those gold bricks are included as a collectible, just like the character tokens or, you know, the red bricks or things like that. We also have the Ninjanuity tokens that we're getting, but, you know, those kind of seem to be awarded at just random times. Like, I feel like as we progress through the story, there are certain moments that reward us with those, and then we get to choose how we spend them. So it's kind of like gonna happen no matter what, but the choice of how you spend it is up to you now. All right, we are gonna work on our combo, and look at that, we're gonna get it up and away, but we're still quite a ways away from that 100. But once we get to the beach, there is a whole bunch of guys that continuously get dropped in and attack us, and guess what? It's a pretty good opportunity to get that trophy achievement. And hey, you know, if you don't get it there, the longer you wait, the higher your capabilities and the combos and the attacks are going to be, and the easier it's going to be. So if you don't get it right now, don't worry, we can go ahead and get it at a later date. And you know, I don't know about you, there's two types of people out there as far as trophy hunters go. You know, there's the types that definitely just like to get it, and they, you know, they got to get them all, but they're not really worried about what order they get them in. I usually try to get like the hard kind of collectible based ones out of the way first, and then I come back and do all the cleanup later and save all the easy stuff for the end. You know what I mean? Like saving the best for last type of thing. And, you know, other people like to get the easy ones out of the way just so they don't have to worry about them. And whichever side of the fence you choose on that, it doesn't matter. But, you know, we kind of got this. We did try. We did try a little bit to get this Master of the Triple Digits trophy achievement. But really, it just kind of happened naturally. And I really feel like it will happen the same for you. All right, look at this. We got some double grapplage needed here, so go ahead and throw your rope and then switch your character and throw another rope. And look at that. We've ripped open the door, and we've got, ooh, we've got to defend the harbor now. And look at that. See, once we open that door, I don't feel like anything special happened. We didn't max out the level we were on or anything. We're not a new level based on our studs. We simply just opened that door, and now we've got a token to spend. So whichever one you choose is okay by me. We like to get that studdage rolling quickly, so we're going to go ahead and keep on choosing the ×2 studs when we can. As you can see now, we are actually out of those. But it looks like only when we use the Skyward Dragon move, which I am pretty sure that's the one where we give him the old Haruken, throw him up in the air and give him the cha-cha-cha-cha-cha up in the air. So I could be wrong on that. I still need to go back and actually rewatch the prologue and figure out which move is called what. But, you know, it hasn't been that important quite yet. I think I'll just get lucky and get those 2x moments when they happen, rather than trying to make them happen. All right, so we've made it a little bit further along here. We've got all sorts of electricity going on around us. You'd think that maybe Jay would be around to help us out, but he is not available at the moment. Oh, but it looks like we need the staff, though. So Nia's going to go ahead and insert this and spam, 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 spam. Tap that button until that meter fills all the way up. And look at that. Looks like a bunch of telephone handles there. They all blew up, though. And luckily for us, we have removed the electricity. So... we'll go ahead and tight walk our way across. Oh no, Nia fell, and then I tried to be super stealth and awesome and switch characters, but Zane had already fallen down too. And this is really weird. Look at this. Like, as I switch characters, I don't know what was going on there. That was quite weird. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and make our way across. We got a couple of twirly poles we're gonna spin to win on, and once we get up on this upper ledge here, we actually have to jump across and slide down. Now, as it turns out, you can actually climb up that pole too, but there's some blockers, so you can't go any higher. So drop down to the floor, and guess what? We are almost to the beach. Almost. We're getting close. We have to get around this fire. We have to find a way. And guess what? We have an easy way to do it. There's actually a multi-build involved to get through here, and it involves throwing your rope again. So go ahead and grapple the double plug on this back truck here and rip off the pieces, which looks like a handful of crabs. But we're not searching for crabs right now. We're looking for some other things. But that just kind of indicates how close to the beach we really are. Now, as it turns out, I actually did this wrong. So we have to build up the right side first in order to fill up the truck with water. As you can see, it's kind of shooting blanks right now. Giggity. But we'll go ahead and bust open that truck and rebuild to the right this time. And look at that. We've got a whole tank of water that can now transfer from that tank into the truck tank. And look at that. All right, fill her up, Billy Bob. And look at that. We got, it looks like two big old water tanks like you'd put in a water dispenser in an office or something. But as it turns out, we got to smash that right side build and rebuild the left side and complete that generator pump. I guess it's not really a truck. It's kind of a truck. It's like a little mini fire truck, even though I don't know if there's any room for anybody. It's like a drone truck, I think, maybe. I don't know. But look at that. We put out the fire, and now we can sort of get across, except for the bad guys come in and make it rain some bombs. And no good for us, as it has prevented our escape to the other side. So guess what? We actually have to build up another device here, which is going to give us a really cool pew pew pew. It's actually a large cannon that's going to allow us to take out a bunch of those floating baddies that are making it rain above us. However, we have to find a couple of piles of bricks. It's not just one or two. In fact, I believe it's 3 that we need to find here. And all right, here we go. We got a grapple in the front left side here, and we've already busted open 2 boxes. So third time's the charm. It looks like there's a gold brick inside there too, which again, we're gonna skip that and come back and get all of those collectibles at the end in our, well, I don't know if we're gonna call it free play or free roam, because this game's a little different. We'll have to wait and see what Dougie recommends, because Dougie is writing the guide and he knows all, or at least I hope he does, because that's what we're counting on. All right, so you can see we've got a new counter here, an enemy counter that is, and we need to take out 10 of those floating bad guys. Each one of them appear to take 2 bullets, and so give them the old pow pow. And once we get that number all the way down to 0, it actually cues us. No cinematic scene. We actually hop off and. Well, we get to advance a different way around as promised. Remember, I was telling you we have to go all the way around the backside here, and guess what? It's time to officially do that thanks to that crash there. And now, for whatever reason, we've got another Ninjanuity token, and we'll go ahead and spend it now. Let's see, what do we grab? I think we grab the longer... No, it's attack chain. That's what we go for. That's correct. Look at that. Go ahead and purchase it by pressing the icon indicated for buying. For us, it was X, probably A, depending on your platform. Now, somebody asked me if this game was available on PS3 and Xbox 360. I have seen absolutely nothing regarding that. So my guess is going to be no, but I haven't really for sure done any homework on that to find out. I'm pretty sure this is just a current-gen game platform. I think you can find it on PC as well. I'm not sure. I'd have to go double check. So, that being said, I actually paused my recording and I went and looked, and it turns out it is not available for Xbox 360 and PS3. However, it is also available on the Nintendo Switch. So, I did say current gen consoles, which should technically include the Switch. However, I never verbalized that it is available on the Switch. So, pretty sweet stuff. That Nintendo Switch is pretty fun. I finally picked one up for Reese and I about 2 weeks ago. We've been having a blast. We're really looking forward to Mario Odyssey coming out, as we are big-time old-school Mario fans, and although I'm sure it's not going to play like the originals, it's still going to be a lot of fun. Now, I had fun with Galaxy and all that as well, and I've totally gone off on a tangent talking about Nintendo when we are playing a Lego game on the PS4 currently. I mean, that's what you're viewing this on. So, yeah, all right, moving along from that little distraction there, we'll go ahead and make our way across the little, I don't know what those, I guess they're buoys. And we'll go ahead and jump all the way out and get out onto this bridge following our GPS waypoint marker. And now look at that. We are officially beyond that bridge, and we have found our way across. So I am just trying to build up as much studdage as possible because I can see I'm almost to that next level there. And as it turns out, I don't quite get there, at least not right now. But check this out. I've noticed that there are a couple of items that you cannot break with just any character. Some of them require a little bit more ba-boom. Like I had to use Zane right there because Nia couldn't do it. And before I've had to use Cole's hammer because for whatever reason, Kai couldn't make things happen with his blade. So I've definitely noticed that if you run into an issue where you can't destroy something, switch characters and you'll probably have luck with that other one. All right, we have officially smashed and rebuilt what we needed to in order to get that door open. It was actually a build on both sides of the door. Look at that, we've officially opened up the beach, and here is the main attraction here. We're actually going to go and get attacked big time by these guys, and this is where we're going to have the great opportunity to get that Master of the Triple Digits trophy achievement, which again is getting your combo numbers above 100. And, you know, with Zane, I found it's pretty easy to keep the combo going. Not only can you do this awesome up in the air kablamo move, but you can also shoot your arrows at a distance. So if you're not close to an enemy, you can shoot an arrow at them and continue that combo. You can see that. Look, and I'm also shooting at other enemies that I'm not close to and then attacking the close ones, and it's actually adding to my combo as well. So there's all sorts of ways that you can build up your combo breaker. I guess it's not a breaker. They're trying to get the breaker, but it ain't gonna happen. Look at that. Ain't no breaks in this combo, sirs. We're actually up there, and I was really starting to panic. In fact, I get to like 90 or 91, and we get to this cutscene. It's this one right here, so I guess it was 85. But I'm like, oh gosh, please don't ruin this combo. I'm almost there. And you know what? Again, if you don't get it here, there's going to be plenty of opportunities down the road. And with your Ninjanuity tokens, you can actually help increase some of your combo times and all that as well. So look at me. I've got a times 10 going right now as far as the studdage goes. And I'm at 92. Oh, no. See, there was another one right here. I was like, no, don't take my combo away. But it doesn't. So luckily for us, these little cinematic moments are just, just there for our viewing pleasure. Looks like we got a boss or two out on the loose as well, but those guys can seriously help us reach that 100. And there it is! Booyaka Shao! Master of the Triple Digits. So one more trophy achievement off of our list and out of our way. And look at that. I love that. I love that combo up in the air. It's one of my favorites so far. I'm sure there's going to be some more that we'll learn. Maybe not. Maybe we've learned all the really cool moves. Maybe they just get more intense and longer. But look at that. We've officially found a way to get through, and make sure you grab all those bluesies, especially if you got a multiplier going right now. It looks like we got a times 14 multiplier going. Is that right? It says stud times 14. It looks like I lost it, though. All right, well, moving along. That guy didn't really want to battle. I'm not sure what was going on there. We actually have to follow our yellow brick road again. It's actually the blue triangle, but it's not really yellow brick road. However, the guy's ground's kind of sand colored and kind of yellow right now. Anyways, moving along, we haven't pulled up our map yet. That's one thing that I have failed to do on screen here, is pull up the map and give you a quick peek at it. So I'll make sure to do that in our next location-based video, which will be number 3. And all right, we got Mecha Crab. That's right, we got one of our real boss battles. So we had those kind of like little mini boss battles. This is our first official boss battle. So, you know, this seems like he is invincible, but eventually what he's going to do is charge at you, and look on the back. On the back side is where the vulnerable spots are. So we'll go ahead and target those red and black areas. Like I said, Zane's ranged attack certainly helps get those. If you're Nia, you might have to get up a little close and personal, and that might take a little extra time. For me, it only takes 2 charges, so I have to back away after I took out a few of those vulnerable spots, and he shoots a few rockets at me and then acts like he's going to charge me, and then he eventually does charge me, and when he goes running on by, that's when I take out those last couple of spots. And that's when the end of the Mecha Crab begins. So here we go. We got Booyah Kashao. Let's see. No, I got terrible aim. I'll see if I can sneak around. We got some bad guys showing up, too, to try to thwart your plans of ending this Mecha Crab. But there he is. He's toast. So, yeah, he is officially down, and we don't have to worry about him, at least for now. We'll probably run into another one of those guys at some point. It's usually how the boss battles are. Usually we encounter one that's really tough and seems invincible, and then before we know it, they're like a dime a dozen. They're showing up all the time, and they're easy to take out. But all right, we've got these little posts we can hop up onto, and but not before spending a Ninjanuity token. So it's up to you where you guys want to spend this. But once we get done with this, we're going to hop all the way across these poles. Once we get to the very top, it's actually going to kick us right into a cutscene because we have arrived at our mechs. So pretty sweet. And boy, I don't know if my microphone's picking it up or not, but all of a sudden I've got some serious bird chirping going on outside my window. I don't know what's going on, but
Got a report on Garmadon's location. We're heading there now.
check it out. Look at that. Just like that, we're on Chapter 5, the ultimate weapon. And this is pretty cool. We're flying through the town on our dragons. Now, as it turns out, you can actually hit the triangle or Y button, depending on your platform. I guess I'm not sure. I need to figure out the Nintendo Switch buttons, too. Now that I actually have one, I can't pretend like I don't know what the buttons are like I used to. Just like PC, I don't ever know what the buttons are on PC because I never play these games on PC. Anyways, we get to fly through and take out a whole bunch of bad guys, flying through on our dragon. So you can see we've got the green dragon as Lloyd, or Jay kind of has like a shock blast jet or something, which is pretty sweet. And I should have switched to him a little sooner. I think I do right at the very end, or maybe it's actually during the boss battle, because we do have a little boss battle here as well. But so it turns out we've got a little meter here, another numbered amount of bad guys we need to take out. And meanwhile, we're going to actually keep on the same path. So it's a loop, just like it was in the last flying segment. And I really enjoy these. This is very different. I think that it's cool that we're getting a taste of like being in the air and on the ground, and getting a taste to try out the different ninjas and their abilities as well. So hopefully your aim is a little better than mine, and you can take out these bad guys. Was that some flying crabs? I swear 2 crabs just went flying by us. That was really random. I'd have to go back and look at that. But as you can see, our numbers are getting lower and lower. I think they actually just took me out too. And speaking of meow, little surprise coming. But all right, one left, and we fly up to the top of this building where we see Garmadon and his giant shark suit. So this is not good. He has a whole bunch of bad guys providing some sort of a shield. And again, we get another numbered amount of bad guys that we got to take out. And once we do that, it actually takes us to, I guess it's the final cutscene of the location. And then we can go ahead and check out the final total, see how many collectibles are really scattered throughout this area. And then, of course, move on to the next location. So, but not before checking out some of those character tokens. I love how they open up the little minifig packs and shake the parts out and build them. Like, I think that's really cool. It is a little more time consuming than the previous character token reward ceremonies, I guess, if you want to call them. But it's definitely, I definitely like it. This game is evolving, and I don't feel like it's evolving away from what we want. I think it's going in the direction most of us would like to see. I know a few of you are probably out there going, man, this game is so different. I wish it was like the old, I miss like Lego Batman. That was my favorite. Well, Lego Batman was really cool, but think of all the new stuff and all the character abilities and just the overall visual improvements that we've seen since a game from from that time, or, you know, Lego Indy, or any of the original Star Wars. I mean, all that stuff is just, it's all great, and it all was the stepping stones to get where we are, but I love the way the games are evolving. So, that being said, I have almost taken out all of the bad guys and got my percentage down to 0, and once it hits 0, it actually kicks us off in the final cutscene, and of course, I will see you guys after that in the final totals. So,
Green Ninja? And the legendary ultimate weapon? It's not fair. I just conquered Ninjago.
This is your last chance. Get out of Ninjago now and forever.
Oh my gosh! He actually shot it, and it exploded, and then... But nothing is happening. Why is nothing happening?
What the heck? What is that? Shh.
Generals, grab the Green Ninja!
Wait, no!
Let's try it on some moving targets.
No! What the heck?
So some of these cinematic moments are actual scenes right out of the movie, and I know that because I've seen it. So, but look at that, Ninjago City Beach, location complete, which unlocks us a gold brick, and of course unlocks the free play for the area. So now we can actually roam that entire location, which again, it plays a little different than our traditional free play and free roams. Now, don't forget we got that Master of Regret as well as the Novice of the Golden Art trophy achievements. Now, the one was for completing the level, the Master of the Golden Art is actually for obtaining 5 gold bricks total. So you should get that if you have not already. And look at that, we've got a couple of character tokens getting dropped down out of those nice little minifig bags. And look at this, we also got some character creator parts. Now, these are rewarded to you for leveling up your ninja. Now, we got to level 3, so we got a couple of parts. But yeah, that's going to do it for Lego Ninjago Movie Video Game Location 2, Ninjago City Beach Story. Hey, if you have not already, check us out on social media. We got this Thumbie must-see video, which if you haven't already watched it, give it a quick watch. And as for me, that's going to do it. Until next time. So see ya.